Hey everybody, welcome to The Remedy. Hi, I'm your host, Tony Pantelleresco, and you're listening to us live on the Micro Effect Broadcasting Network. You can access the show by typing in www.themicroeffect.com, then click on the appropriate links, the chat room links. Come on in, make friends, get acquainted, solve some issues, save the planet, brainstorm, cooperate, be awake, be aware, and be active. What else can I say? I'm also published online throughout the internet through byebyebluesky.com, brian396.com, gagcanada.com, smewlovetrue.com, and a whole host of other places. So check out those sites, support them, help them any way you can. We're dealing with chemtrails. We're dealing with frequencies. We're dealing with nano. We're dealing with artificial intelligence. That's the game right there. That's the game in a nutshell. Anybody trying to sell you some stuff that isn't tied to this in some form or fashion, or is going to try to sell you some bogus products that's, again, trying to make a buck because you're ignorant about these things, my suggestion to you is quit being ignorant. Quit being ignorant. You need to study. So you say, well, I can't, that's so much. True, there is a lot there. Take it little at a time, bits and bytes. Got several reference points. Bye Bye Blue Sky, Brian396, augmentandforce.com. These are places you can go to get this information. Start using things like sodium thiosulfate, EDTA, DTPA, sodium EDTA to remove some of the heavy metals out of the body that you're accumulating from the chemtrails. Start taking borax with magnesium sulfate or Epsom salt to, again, further remove the aluminum out of the body. You don't need silica. Silica doesn't do anything for aluminum. So, again, something you want to use. I learned something this week. I was out with some friends, and we went out to a place to eat, and I really didn't feel like eating. And I saw something said, White Russian. It's an alcoholic drink, but this drink is an interesting drink. It's a milkshake made with thick cream, and you add a little bit of, I think, vodka to it. A little vodka. So I drank this thing, and it was pretty good. And then I started looking at the chemical composition of this. I thought, this is amazing, because when you sit there and think about this, basically they gave you a solvent, alcohol, and they mixed it with the fat so that when you suck this stuff down, because again, it's just a milkshake with a little vodka to it, it actually allows you to break the fat down in the liver. I know, what an ingenious idea. So today I tried to make my own, and I figured a way to do it. So I took some cream, real whipping cream, 35%, add a little bit of baking soda and a little bit of citric acid to it, and some yogurt. I added yogurt to it, vanilla yogurt. It's got another 10% fat. So I had about 45% cream in this thing. So I whipped it up. And it really whipped out nice and thick and puffy. So I had to be easy when I opened up my blender because of the gas release. Anyway, I had a little bit of that. This was really good going down. I got to tell you, that fat was excellent. I just got to be careful with fat because I like it too much. And then I put on a lot of mass, and that showed up on some of the videos. I still haven't lost some of it. But this is a great thing for the winter. And that fat will accumulate the nano so that you can crap it out of the body. Epsom salt is a light laxative. How much Epsom salt do we put in how much water? Well, put in a teaspoon to a quart or a liter of water and add a teaspoon of borax with it. Dissolve both and just sip on it. Don't drink it straight down. Sip on it through the day. That will help flush out the aluminum that you're accumulating and some of the other toxic metals, and even help pull out some of the radiation. You might want to be taking baths in borax and baking soda, as I stated before, to pull out excess radiation out of the body. We're being hit with so many different types of radiation it's not even funny. Our mitochondria is constantly getting pounded on. Okay, so we have to start thinking in terms of how do we protect the mitochondria. Well, saturated fat is a big player here. So the reason I told you about the White Russian and cream and white, not to turn you into an alcoholic. And again, if you have a problem with alcohol, don't use it. Just whip it up. Just whip up the cream. All you do basically is take some cream, put it in I put it in a jar blender. I added yogurt, I added baking soda, and a little citric acid, whipped it up. Man, talk about puff it up. When you go to the store and you buy that whipped cream that's in a can, it's got nitric oxide or whatever is in there. I looked at these things, and I was going to buy one, but I looked and there was not one of them that didn't have some kind of crap in it. So I decided I'm going to make my own whipped cream. And I'm going to make it fluffy. So I just add a little baking soda, a little acid, citric acid to it, sodium citrate actually, and whipped it up. Man, it came out pretty good. Gotta tell you. But if you have that in the winter months, you may find you're going to stay a lot warmer. And again, when you go to the washroom, again, the alcohol is there so that the fat doesn't accumulate in the bile duct. But if you can't handle the alcohol, this is still not a bad thing. And you can put it in the refrigerator or freeze it, and you can make an ice cream out of it. It's not bad at all, I'm telling you. Add a little calcium chloride to it, and that should help keep it from getting too hard. But these are some of the things that have so many functions. They can keep your body warm. They can help collect the nano in the system. They can help flush it out of the body. They can help fight against viral infections. We are dealing with infections today that have been created in the lab. These are synthetic infections that they've created with nanobiology. And this is where we're at today. So again, anything you can take to help you boost your immune system: copper, zinc, manganese, iodine, potassium, borax, chloride, are things you want to be able to use. If you want to use MMS, go use MMS. If you want to use MSM, use MSM. Any kind of sulfur will also help, again, boost the body's immune functions. Vitamin C, vitamin A. Notice I'm saying vitamin A. Why am I saying vitamin A? Combine vitamin A with B5 and vitamin C. And you got a super duper adrenal gland support, respiratory support, testosterone support. Something to look at. Okay. Minerals are going to be without a question something you need to be taking. If you're chelating the body, you gotta load back minerals in the body, because what you have are metals that have accumulated in the system that have caused you a great deal of grief. Okay, I'm always talking about the Micro Effect Broadcasting Network. Give them your support, give them help any way you can. Keep them afloat, keep them going. Ryan396.com, nano information. SnewLoveTrue.com, multiple information on multiple subjects, including nano. Bye Bye Blue Sky, chemtrail information, and nano, and other things as well. GAG Canada, information on chemtrails. Augment and Force, multiple different types of information. These are archives and information sites that you can go to get data. Get the data. Study the data. Defend yourself based on the information you're getting. Don't go crazy in buying things that you don't need or don't know why you're buying. But this is information that will help you get things done. On augmentedforce.com, there is a catalog link. Feel free